So this is your teacher Haris Bhatt, and you are seeing my YouTube channel Learn Accounting with Sir Haris. Today we are going to solve a question of non-profit organization, A2 accounting, non-profit organization. And this question has come in October, November 23, 33. October, November 23 and 33 is going to be the variant. So let's discuss that question. It is from my book, 157 pages there. So let's see that question number 2 is basically from NPO. The RT Club is a social club which also sells refreshment to its members. So it means that we have a social club and it also sells refreshment to its members. So it means that definitely we are supposed to prepare refreshment trading account. That's why he sells refreshment to its members, because we are maintaining a refreshment trading account. We have to prepare if refreshment trading profit is not given in the question. The annual subscription is $120. So $120 per member is the annual subscription. Our life membership scheme was introduced at a fee of $1,000 per member on 1st January 2018. So we have a life membership which is going on in the past, and the fee was introduced in 2018, which is 1,000 per member. 1,000 per member. We don't know about members at that time. Life membership fee are released to income over a 10-year period. So the life of the club is 10 years, you can say like that. And the life membership is transferred to the income over that period. So you can say that 1,000 per member divided by 10. So $100 each member is going to be transferred to the income. There were 7 life members at 31st December 2021. We are currently solving the question for 2022, right? So at the start of the year, we have how many members who have contributed as or become life members? 7 members. So 7 members, and each member has contributed 1,000. So that amount is going to be 7,000. Now let's move back. If you just see the question, the second part of the question, it is stated a cash account is given. It means that we have annual subscription through cash. Sale of refreshment is given. General expenses, cleaner wages, purchase of refreshment, bank and balance carried down is given 120 of cash. Bank account is given, that is brought down, which is overdraft balance. Payment to trade payable is given. Annual subscription through bank is also received as 10320. Then cash is 23350, and life membership fee is 4,000. It means clearly that we have received a life membership fee more in 2022, which is with an amount of 4,000. And we know that each member is supposed to contribute 1,000. So it means that 4 members has also introduced a life membership fee towards the club. So 4 members means 4 into 1,000. That's why it is 4,000. So the members are now going to be 7 plus 4. So there will be 11 members now. And the total amount we can calculate also. That is going to be 7,000 plus 4,000. That will be 11,000. So you can do like this. 7,000 plus 4,000 becomes 11,000, and that will be transferred to income over the life of 10 years. So 1,100 is the amount which will be transferred to the income and expenditure account as income in the income section with the name life membership fee, and 1,100 is the amount of that fee. So now let's move forward. That every year, if we talk about every year, so every member, because the per member contribution towards life membership is 1,000, and it is transferred to income with an amount of over the life of 10 years. So every member will contribute towards income, that is 100. 100 into 11, it will again become 1,100. So you can use both the methods. Either you will calculate the total life membership fee, which is 7,000, 1,000, because of 7 members were already there, and 4 members have introduced life membership fee in the current year of 2022. So 4,000 plus 7,000, 11,000 divided by 10, 1,100 will be transferred to the income. Or you can do that way, that you can do it that the members are 11, and each member income which is transferred to the life membership fee towards income is 100. So 11 into 100 is going to be 1,100. But I believe this is more appropriate way to solve it, because it will be used everywhere in the future also. So balance at December 31st December are given. Prepaid rent 2021 is 1000, but for the at the end of 2022 it is 0. Inventory of refreshment is given. Opening is written on the left side, 1150 and 1820. Then equipment carrying value is given. Subscription received in advance, opening, closing in arrears is also given. One subscription of $120 outstanding at the start of the year was considered irrecoverable and written off. So that will be considered as bad debts. But here is very important point. Point is this, that if from the accrued subscription, from the subscription in arrears at the start, which is given 360 here. Here it is given 360. Okay. Out of 360, examiner has said that 120 has become bad debts. It makes sense. But if nothing is mentioned and he has stated that accrued subscription is not received, so we will consider that all 360 will become bad debts. So whatever amount not received from the previous year subscription in the current year will be treated as irrecoverable debts. This is the normal scenario which we used to do. But this question is easy because he has clearly mentioned that out of 360, 120 will be our bad debts. It means that other subscription accrued in arrears at the start has been received, which is 240. And it is already received, and that amount is included in this annual subscription, either in 10320 or in this 1440. Now let's move on. The one or two important things which I discussed yesterday also, but we didn't solve it. Why, sir? Because in the last question, profit on refreshment is already given in the question, which is 720 if you remember. But in this question, refreshment trading account has to be prepared because we don't know the profit. When refreshment trading account or trading account is supposed to be prepared, either refreshment club, shop trading account, club trading account, shop trading account, then any other name which we can use is cafe trading account. All these can be prepared. When it is going to be prepared? When opening and closing inventory is given in the question. This is a general, idea which I have stated. Usually, I used to state it to my students that if opening or closing inventory is given in the question, you have to prepare refreshment trading account, bar trading account, club trading account, right, to find the trading profit. Same is the case if opening or closing trade payables are given in the question, as in this particular case, opening and closing trade payables are given. We have to prepare PLCA, purchase ledger control account, to find total credit purchases, right? So trade payables are also given. So let's prepare the trading account. So I will write here refreshment trading account, and I will go for the $sign, and I will write here refreshment sales, which is obviously given in the question. You can also write it as refreshment takings. That is one and the same thing. Sales is also considered in non-profit organization as takings. The sale of refreshment is given, that is 34,800. So let me write here in the outer column 34,800. I have to subtract less cost of sale, or you can write cost of refreshment, one and the same thing. It's not compulsory that you have to write cost of refreshment. You can write cost of sales also, because cost of refreshment sales, it means it starts from opening inventory. I'm using the abbreviation. You can't use abbreviation, otherwise your marks will be rejected. Add purchases and less closing inventory of refreshment. So here I can find the gross profit or refreshment trading profit. Let's see the opening inventory. Yes, it is given. 1150 is the opening inventory and 1820 is going to be the closing inventory. So 1150 is the opening inventory and the closing inventory is 1820. Now the problem is this, that I have to find purchases. So in order to find purchases, I have to prepare, I have to prepare purchase ledger control account PLCA to find total credit purchases. We are habitual of doing this while attempting incomplete reports. But remember this, that in non-profit organization, we used to sell things or goods or whatever we are going for cash. We used to sell it for cash, but we purchase the goods or supplies on credit. So normally SLCA are not supposed to be prepared in NPO. We used to prepare only PLC. PLC only will be prepared. So let's do that. First of all, I need to go for the brought down balance. So brought down means trade payable at the start. Carried down is going to be trade payables at the end. Here I will write payment to trade payable, and the difference is going to be recorded as credit purchases. Here, one thing should be kept in mind, that is, if anything is mentioned, even trade payables are not mentioned here, it is mentioned that only refreshment is given. For example, if I will ask you just for a reason idea that this trade payable, the name is not given, only written refreshments. Remember this, if simple refreshment word is given, it means that it is payment to refreshment. It is not purchases. Even if it is written refreshment purchases, it is not refreshment purchases. It is payment to trade payables for refreshment. When opening and closing trade payables are given, we treat the amount written for refreshment purchases in the bank account as payment to trade payable. हाँ, अगर ओपनिंग क्लोजिंग ट्रेड पेबल ना दिए हो तो फिर आप जो है वो ले सकते हैं कि आपकी ये रिफ्रेशमेंट जो है वो पेमेंट कंसिडर जो है वो ये परचेजेस कंसिडर की जाएंगी. दैट इज 19,600. So let me write here. Sorry, trade payables are 620 and 840. I will write here 620. Carried on is going to be 840. Payment to trade payable is, as we discussed, 19,600. And please find the credit purchases. You have to go for the total of the debit side, subtract the credit side to find the total credit purchases. फॉर्मूला कितनी आती है? जी, मतलब 19,600 plus 840 minus 620. So what is the amount of credit purchases?
I'm sorry, 19,820.
19,820. So credit purchases are going to be 19,820. I'm supposed to write here 19,820, which is the credit purchases. And now I'm going to find the cost of sales. So let's calculate it. 1150. मैं calculate करता हूँ. 1150. Oh, sorry. Opening inventory plus 19,820 minus 1,820. So answer is 19,150. So here I'm going to write 19,150. So what is going to be the profit? That will be my refreshment trading profit. जी क्या आता है जी? रिफ्रेशमेंट सेल में से माइनस कर देंगे ना आप, जो रिफ्रेशमेंट परचेजेस और कॉस्ट ऑफ सेल्स, यू विल गेट द आंसर फॉर द रिफ्रेशमेंट ट्रेडिंग प्रॉफिट. कितना आ रहा है? जी 34,800 minus 19,150. इतना टाइम नहीं है, मैं खुद कैलकुलेट कर लेता हूँ. ओके, 34,800.
After 15,650.
जी 15,650 is going to be the refreshment trading profit. But I feel that there is some kind of an issue in this. Let me check it. Either we have done it correctly or not. So Inventory is 1150 and 1820. You see, 1820. Okay. And purchases, trade payables 620, 840, and 19,600. Is there any trade payables over here? Oh, there is another purchase of refreshment are there, which we mixed, which we have missed actually, which is the purchases of refreshment in cash. So we have two type of purchases. One is the credit purchases, and the other one is going to be the, yes, the other one is going to be the cash purchases. So 3720 will also be part of the amount of purchases. So if I am going to calculate it like this, like 19,600 for payment to trade payable, 620 and 840. So 19,820 plus 3720, 19,820 plus 3720. Then I'm going to get the amount of purchases. 3720 will be added. Okay. G. So what is the amount now? Let me rub it to get the correct amount here. So this will also change and this will also change. So what is the amount? 19,820 plus 3720. That is 23,540. 23,540. Okay. Plus 1150 minus 1820. Answer is 22,870. 22,870 minus 34,800. 11,930 is going to be the trading profit. 11,930. Okay. So we are done with that now. I hope you got it, because cash purchases are also given in the question. Number one thing which is very important, though it's not a part of the question, but I just want to make you realize about it, क्योंकि पेपर में सवाल आया है. आप गौर करें कि ये आपको ऊपर कैश अकाउंट दिया हुआ है, and he has also given the bank account. Generally, usually it never happens in NPO, but it's quite easy. Even if cash account is given, doesn't matter. But the problem is this, that this bank 23350 and this cash 23350. What is this entry? This entry is this, that we have deposited some cash into the bank. We have paid cash into the bank. That's why cash is going to be credited by 23350 and bank is going to be debited by 23350. So remember this entry. Sometimes it happens that he wanted us to prepare the cash account or bank account to find any missing figure, and sometimes the amount is paid into the bank from cash, or sometimes the amount is paid from the bank into cash. Here we have deposited some sale of refreshment into the bank actually, right? So that is why when we have deposited some cash into the bank is going to be debited by 23350 and cash is going to be credited with the same amount. That is why the amount is same. Though this question doesn't require us to go for this particular point, but I just want you to explain. I want to explain this point because it has come once in our past papers, and it has come next again in this particular past paper, but not according to that criteria. So the profit on sale of refreshment for the year ended, we are done with that. The value of life membership fee to be included in the income and expenditure account, we are done with that already. Sir, kaise? We have calculated 11,000, remember, divided by 10. So 1100 is going to be written in the income account. And remember that if you want to write the life membership in the with accumulated fund in the statement of financial position, how you will write 11,000 minus 1100. So 10,900 will come over there, which is not required in the question. Now, the examiner has asked us to prepare the subscription account. So let's prepare the subscription account in full format, because he has demanded to prepare it in the full format. Prepare the subscription account for the 31st December with 5 marks. So that's why we are going for it. Okay. So prepare the subscription account. Let's go back. So first of all, you need to write the subscription in arrears, that is 360 and 480 at the end. So I will write here, arrears brought down 360 and arrears carried down is going to be 380. If I'm not wrong, 360, sorry, 480. So it is 480. Then I have to write in advance brought down, which is liability actually, and in advance carried down, which is again a liability, but it is an ending liability. Okay. Let's see what is the amount given for in advance brought down and in advance carried down. That is 240 and 120. 240 in advance at the start and 120 in advance at the end. Then what is the amount of subscription received throughout the year? That will come both, cash will come also. Cash subscription received is 1440 and through bank we have also received subscription. Both amounts will come over here. Let me make you see. Cash subscription which we have received is 1440 annual subscription, and through bank we have received annual subscription of 10320. I will write also 10320. Okay. Now here comes the difference of the two sides, which will be written with the name income and expenditure account, but we have some bad debts also or irrecoverable debts, and that is going to be 120. How come, sir? Because he has written under the one subscription $120 outstanding at the start of the year was considered irrecoverable and written off. So the entry will be bad debts debit or irrecoverable debts debit and subscription credit. Subscription account is going to be credited because of the bad debts. Now I will go for the total of the two sides. Right, and I will go for the total of the credit sides, that minus the debit side will get the income and expenditure account figure. But remember that you have to write the in advance brought down for the next year, because otherwise your marks will be deducted. So this is how the paper will be set. Arrears brought down will come 480. ठीक है जी, बताएं क्रेडिट साइड का टोटल हम देखते हैं कितना आ रहा है. You are not supposed to calculate. I will calculate obviously. 240 plus 1440 plus 10320 plus 120 plus 480. That is 12,600. Right? Minus 360 and minus 120. That is 12120. That is the subscription income, which is supposed to be written in the income and expenditure account as income 12120. And also we will write the income, which is the investment trading profit 11930, also in the income and expenditure account. And we will subtract the expenses, which is bad debts 120. Yes, bad debts will come as 120 because they are bad debts is an expense for the business. Then comes the depreciation on equipment. How we will calculate the depreciation on equipment? See, 11,200 plus the equipment which is newly purchased 4,100 minus 12,700. We can prepare the account also. That is known as equipment account at net book value, equipment account at carrying value. They are one and the same thing. So 11,200 plus 4,100 minus 12,700, we will get the depreciation of 2,600. That will also be written under the heading of expenses. Other expenses are rent 11,000, bank charges and interest 550, general expenses 2320 will also come, and cleaner general expenses of 6,700 through cash will also come. We'll add them up, and cleaners wages will also come as an expense, and that will be 2,400. And after subtracting this, we'll get a deficit of, which is given in the question, that we are facing a deficit actually, because income and expenditure account is not required. And he said that the deficit for the year was calculated as 1,540. So though we have a investment trading profit, but currently we are facing a deficit of 1,540. The managing committee was concerned about the financial performance of the club, discussed the effect the following suggestions might have on both the bank overdraft and the deficit. So reducing the level of inventory held. If you reduce the level of inventory, obviously it means that you are selling inventory. So your bank overdraft will decrease, will obviously remove, or it will go down. So it will help us because we are getting more cash because we are selling inventory at a faster rate, right? But reducing the inventory level will not affect deficit because cost of sales will not be affected, because if you reduce the inventory level, obviously it is possible that the purchases will also reduce. So overall, the deficit will remain the same. It will not affect that much. Other than this, if obsolete inventory can be, perishable inventory can be thrown away, because when perishable inventory can be thrown away, then it means that obviously your deficit can be reduced because your cost of sales will decrease. So because of that, it is a possibility that your deficit might decrease a little. But bank overdraft will definitely be helped. Encouraging more members to become life member, right? If you encourage more members to become life member, obviously it will reduce the bank overdraft, because more members will definitely bring more amount in the business, in the non-profit organization, in the club. So bank overdraft will automatically decrease. But other than this, if you will ask members to become life membership, then life membership will be transferred to the income over a passage of time. It will definitely, uh, decrease deficit, but the life membership will be transferred over the life of the club, right? So it is possible that at the start, at the first year, it might be very helpful to decrease the deficit, but for future years, it might not affect that much, because annual subscription is 120, where the life membership subscription, which is transferred to the income, right, that is 100 only. So obviously, in the first year, if more members will come, definitely 100 amount will definitely transfer to the income, and it will reduce your deficit. And bank overdraft will definitely encouraging more members to come will reduce the bank overdraft. That will definitely help us to cover the. But if they are not paying annual subscription and they are becoming only life membership members are coming in the business, so it will not help the club to that extent, because the annual subscription is 120, and that should be that should be considered as the main source of income for the club. State other ways in which the financial performance of the club could be improved. Other ways that obviously you can encourage more members to bring more amount, or the life membership fee can be enhanced from 100, it can be increased from 100 to any amount, so that our financial performance could improve. We can go for donations. We can take entry fee from the members. We can sell obsolete inventory to improve the cash position. Okay? We can take loans from the bank or from members. That will also improve the financial performance of the business. So these kind of things can improve the financial performance easily. So this is what we are done with this question. Sorry, there is additional information also. Let's see. The treasurer Sabrina has only held the position since 1st January 2022. Okay, treasurer means who is managing the accounts and managing the club. When the previous treasurer Joe left the area, there were rumors that Joe had left taking some of the club's money with him. He has taken the club money and he has basically stolen some amount. Sabrina is now suggesting that club's financial statements for the ended 31st December should be audited. Advise the managing committee whether or not the financial statement should be audited. Justify your answer. Financial statements, if audited, they become more reliable, they become more trustworthy. More members can come and contribute towards the club, because they can, they can easily see the financial performance or financial position of the business, which is reliable, trustworthy. But it will increase cost, because the auditor which is going to audit the business, he will take some amount from the non-profit organization, which will increase the cost. So our expense will increase. Secondly, the club is not legally required to be audited. So we don't need audit actually, because there is no requirement by any law that a club financial statement should be audited, but it has certain benefits, right? So we believe that an audited financial statement would definitely give a better look for the non-profit organization. Even the suppliers who are giving us the supplies on credit, they will also be very sure that the audited financial statements will give a true and fair view of the business, and whatever amount is pending due towards the club, that will be repaid in the future because the performance of the club is going in the right direction. So this is how we are done with this question. This question includes a lot of theory actually. 5 marks, then 2, 7, then 4, 11, then 4, 15. So there are 15 marks of theory in this particular question, which is a very heavy thing out of 25. 25 marks, 15 marks basically is a part of theory, which is very much on the higher side. But generally speaking, I have seen this very often that in non-profit organization question, I have been seeing theoretical part most of the time coming at least with with numbers of 8 to 10 marks. But in this question, it is more than 8, mostly double than the amount which we expect. So this question you can do at home. That is May, June 1632. May, June 1632. Question number 1. You can do it at home. May, June 1632. Question number 1. Okay. Then you can solve this question also. May, June 21. 34 is the value. May, June 21, 34. And this question number 1 again. 21, 34. Then May, June 16, 31. Question 1. May, June 16, 31. Question 1. So that would be enough for today. Inshallah ta'ala, in next class, we'll go move forward and we'll do some more difficult questions to solve. Maybe I will do this question tomorrow, 22:33. Okay. Any question, Muksid? Any question if you want to ask them? Beta, you have to do past paper if you want to do good in your exam. Otherwise, it won't work. मेरे से सवाल सॉल्व करने से रिजल्ट नहीं आएगा. मतलब आप खुद प्रैक्टिस जो है वो नहीं करें.
Sir, can you repeat the questions जो homework के लिए?
तो मैं रिपीट कर सकता हूँ. अभी आगे चला गया मैं. देखते हैं. अक्टूबर नवंबर 1731 है. फिर मई जून 1631 है. फिर मई जून 2134 है. और लास्ट ये मई जून 1632 है.
1632 मई जून या अक्टूबर नवंबर?
मई जून.